Si Coach Aris. Welcome sa channel ko, ArisTv. Ang topic natin ay tungkol sa Kwentong Iskolar. So, pinareport kami dito sa school para gumawa ng mga videos. Ngayon, kasama ko si Coach John.
Hello.
Si Coach John Hungitan, siya naman yung top coach ng Archery dito sa Cordillera. So, usap kami, sabi ko, gawa ka rin ng video mo tungkol sa basic kasi ang daming interested matuto ng archery. So, kukuha kami mamaya ng video ng paano mag-assemble, disassemble ng archery equipment. Pero gusto kong i-take advantage na tanungin siya. Kasi ang topic natin ay paano maging scholar ng bayan, di ba? Kasi kami, mga teachers kami, DepEd. So, gusto naming tumulong sa mga bata. So, una, Coach John,
yes, Coach.
Alam ko marami kang naging scholar sa archery. Tapos, pati yung anak mo, yung anak rin niya, naging national players. They represented our country sa mga maraming international, tapos national. So, gusto kong tanungin kasi yung mga football players ko, ini-interview ko regarding pagiging scholar, buhay nila sa Manila, ano yung mga tips na ituturo sa mga players dito sa Cordillera or sa probinsya. So lahat ng mga bata na lang na interested maging scholar. So gusto kong i-share mo una kung ano yung mga sikreto mo at bakit ang dami mong na-produce na archers na high caliber talaga kasi naglalaro sila international. Okay? So, ano lang, short advice.
Okay, thank you very much, Sir Aris, for giving me this opportunity to at least share our passion.
Oo.
So, sabi mo kanina, ano bang sikreto? Ang pinakauna, yung passion natin. Kung ano yung mahal nating ginagawa natin in spite of everything. May mga challenges, pero yung pagtuturo natin ay tuloy-tuloy pa rin sa mga gustong matuto. And pangalawa, interest. Yung motivation. Ano ba yung motivation? How to motivate archers? Of course, there are archers who became scholars. Maraming naging scholars sa archery. May mga naging engineers na, nasa abroad yung iba. May nurses, may doctors, accountants, may naging national players, naglaro sa international games. At tulad ni Sir Aris, dahil sa sports, nakarating kami sa ibang bansa. Kaya walang makakahadlang sa atin. May kapansanan man tayo o wala, we can play sports. Kaya kung gusto nating maging scholar ng bayan, laruin mo kung ano yung mahal mong laro.
Yun, speaking of mahal, di ba? Kasi yung pumapana ng puso. So, yun ba yun? Yung sekreto mo? Kasi magaling kang pumana?
Ay, hindi.
Marunong kang pumili?
Mga targets natin, like goals in life,
Ayun.
ay kahit anong hadlang, ituloy pa rin natin. Kasi gawin natin inspirasyon yung mga kahirapan, yung kawalan ng gamit. Magiging resourceful tayo niyan eh. As they say, necessity is the mother of invention.
Yun. Oh, narinig niyo yun. English yun. Pero yun siguro, huwag kalimutan yung payo ni Coach. Thankful tayo at andito siya, tumulong siya sa channel natin. Hindi lang sa mga football, hindi lang sa mga parents, pati kayong mga sports lovers. So, maraming salamat. Bawal ang shake hands. So, boom! Thank you!
Okay, good afternoon. Our lesson for today are the basic equipment for archery, including the accessories. First is, of course, our bow bag, which contains all this equipment. As a whole, we call this archery accessories and equipment as tackle. Now we have this bow stand. First of all, is you assemble first the bow stand, wherein you will be placing the bow upon bracing it. So this is the handle riser. We have parts of the handle riser. As a whole, this is called the riser or handle. We have the shelf, we have the arrow rest, and the button or plunger. From the shelf up to this part, this is called the window sight. And this is a right-handed handle riser. Now, within the window sight, you can find the clicker. This is the draw check indicator. And the bow sight. So I'm going to assemble it one by one. First is to have this bow sight be attached to the riser. And then you call this the sight aperture. The sight aperture has the windage adjustment, the left and right adjustment. And of course, if we are going to attach it to the bow sight, you have the vertical adjustment, the up and down. And this is what we call the worm, so that the sight aperture will not just fall down. Then be sure to tighten it. Now I'm going to attach the upper limb and the lower limb. As you notice, we have the upper limb facing me is a blank part. That is to have more focus on the part of the archer. So we call this takedown bow. That's why I'm going to assemble it now. And then the lower limb will be placed also. And of course, the bowstring. We have parts of the bowstring. The upper loop, which is usually wider than the lower loop. So first, I am going to let the upper loop pass through this limb, the upper limb, and the lower loop be attached on the string notch. This is the string notch of the limb. And see to it that the string must be aligned on the groove. This is the groove, the small canal of this limb. And then I'm going to apply the push and pull method to brace the bow. So I will push with my palm heel, pull with my other arm, and then slide it to the string notch. After which, I'm going to check. Okay? So that is the basic part. See to it that your limbs must be checked from the upper limb and the lower limb. Check it for any damage, for safety. So I'm going to place this now on the bow stand. Now we have also the stabilizer to be placed. We call this the extender. And it will be attached in here. Okay? So it is going to be tightened clockwise. Okay? And then this is the center rod also. then we have the side rods. It's in the bow bag. We call this the bow bag. Here. We have two side rods, one on the right and one on the left. You notice that there is a rubber damper here that is for it to have more stabilization. The rubber will act as shock eater. Okay? So that is for the bow. And we have also other accessories. We call this the side quiver, which will contain the arrows. By the way, we have different kinds of arrows here. We have the aluminum. We have three kinds of aluminum here of three brands. The Jazz, the Blues, and the Platinum Plus. And then we also have the carbon arrows. So you notice that there are different types also of fletches. We have the plastic fletch and the spin wings. So this will contain the arrows. The side quiver will be placed, the arrows will be placed on the side quiver. Then we have the arm guard. This arm guard, of course, will protect the archer's bow arm from the slap of the string. So it will be placed on the left arm if you are a right-handed shooter. And then we call this the finger tab. We made this finger tab, and it is made of leather and part of aluminum also. So this will, the finger tab will protect my fingers from the pain that could be created by pulling the string. And of course the bow sling. The bow sling will hold the bow in place after shooting. So it will be worn in this manner. Okay? But for beginners, we will not be mandating them or we may not let them use the bow sling yet. But that is how to use this bow sling. And of course the arrow tube, which will contain your other arrows. So these are the basic parts of the bow and how to assemble it. Thank you very much.